If you're looking to spend hours experiencing some new games on PC but don't want to fork over any money, we have the list for you. Here are 20 games you can play for free 99.
This video is brought to you by Acer Nitro Gaming.
Rocket League sees you take control of a car in an attempt to score a massive soccer ball into the opposing team's net. Beyond that, there really are no rules. There's no offside or penalties, so you can do whatever you need to do with your car to get the ball in the net. Rocket League offers its basic modes in 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, and 4v4 modes, but you're able to access a variety of other fun and offbeat modes completely free as well, such as hoops and hockey. You can also pick from dozens of different cars to use, but car customization requires some cash if you want the most flashy and extravagant options. Fortnite is an entire gaming experience rather than just a battle royale game with flashy skins. And while battle royale modes are still the focal point of the game, Fortnite offers much more for players who might have grown bored of the genre. A flurry of additional modes such as LEGO Fortnite, Ballistic, Festival, and Rocket Racing are all playable right from the main menu. These are all essentially their own full-fledged games with a ton of replayability and content. Then you also have Creative Mode, which is turning into a Roblox-style experience more and more by the day. Fortnite is one of the best all-around gaming experiences regardless of what kind of game you're looking to play. Valorant is an extremely polished and enjoyable first-person shooter that mimics the gameplay from Counter-Strike while adding its own unique spins. Valorant's core gameplay loop sees you choose an agent, all of which have special abilities, and join a team of 6. You're then pitted against another team of 6 in a one-life mode that forces the offensive team to plant a bomb while the defensive team tries to stop them. Agent abilities can completely swing the tides of a match, and the strategy involved in using and countering certain abilities is something that always keeps players coming back. If you're not partial to the main one-life mode, Valorant also offers a more casual team deathmatch mode. Seasonal updates also deliver new content such as maps, agents, and of course cosmetics. There are few free-to-play PC games that have been going strong for as long as League of Legends. The logistics and rules of a MOBA can get fairly complex, but the basics of League is 2 teams of 5 try to destroy one another's base. Each player is able to use a unique champion who comes equipped with different abilities and a role to play on the team. Mastering the roles, where to go on the map at specific times, and when to attack and defend are all keys to winning in League of Legends. Now, League is a game that can suck you in and never let you go if you manage to understand its basic mechanics, but we know it's not for everyone. In Zenless Zone Zero, you play as one of several characters and travel through gorgeous cyberpunk urban districts, fighting monsters, completing quests, and meeting new characters. The combat is extremely fluid, and you have the option to equip several different weapon types. Monsters can certainly get difficult to defeat as the game goes on, so it's not a simple hack and slash you can breeze through. Zenless Zone Zero is packed with content, and it features an enthralling gameplay loop and mixes combat, world building, and a story into one melting pot. Right from the start of old-school RuneScape, you have access to hundreds of hours of free content. The free version of the game allows you to level up 15 unique skills, go on over 20 quests, and travel to several sprawling locations across a dense and interesting map. The beauty of old-school RuneScape is you never have to focus on just one aspect of it. One day you can train your smithing skill, while the next you can go around defeating various monsters in the hopes of receiving a unique drop. A solid chunk of old-school RuneScape's content is locked behind a paid membership, but the free-to-play portion has more than enough content to keep you busy for hours on end. Have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV? With an expanded free trial which you can play through the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion and the award-winning Stormblood expansion up to level 70 for free with no restrictions on playtime? Okay, but then after all that you do have to pay a subscription fee, but you get a lot of bang for no bucks. Set in a fantasy space open world, you can play as one of dozens of characters and hop aboard the Astral Express as a trailblazer in Honkai Star Rail. It's your job to visit different locations across the galaxy and follow a compelling story while also laying out the path your character will follow. As you explore the different open-world maps in the game, you can fight enemies but also come across side quests and plenty of loot you can equip. Some of this loot is locked behind puzzles you have to solve, adding more depth to the game's exploration. Teamfight Tactics lets players assemble a team using characters pulled directly from League of Legends. From there, you need to outwit and outplay other teams in a multiplayer arena to be the last team standing. TFT takes an immense amount of strategy as you start to understand the basics and engage in more advanced battles. However, there's also a bit of luck involved, so your chances are never truly hopeless. The First Descendant is a third-person looter shooter that's set in a massively multiplayer world. The game allows you to pick from a variety of characters that all come with special abilities you can use in combat. However, there's also a laundry list of locked characters that you can unlock by earning very rare and specific drops. The First Descendant features a well-put-together story, plenty of unique maps to explore, and a varied combat system. You can find and use a plethora of different weapon types, go on side quests, and take part in other content that aims to earn you XP and other rewards. At its core, Once Human is an RPG that requires you to survive. You need to eat food and drink water regularly, otherwise your stamina will deplete and you won't be able to do much else. Fortunately, the game offers plenty in the way of crafting, as you're able to craft various stations that you can place around a base. Base building also plays a large part in the game, as it allows you to complete missions and level up to gain new skills. As you explore more locations in Once Human, you can clear out enemy hives that are full of mutated creatures and take on story missions to progress your character. While the map is large, you can easily get around by using one of the many craftable vehicles. The game tells you how to craft everything you need, but it's up to you to go the extra mile to truly progress. Hearthstone is a classic free game that uses characters and lore from the World of Warcraft series to create unique cards for you to collect. Each player chooses a unique WoW hero class like Paladin, Mage, or Demon Hunter and builds a deck of themed cards. These include weapons, spells, and minions that are used to battle against opponents in a turn-based 1v1 duel. As Hearthstone has been going strong for more than a decade now, Blizzard has made strides in how it onboards new players and catches them up to speed. Every year, the core set of cards rotates, giving a collection of cards to new players that the expansions build on. There are also giveaways of ready-made decks and catch-up packs available for new or lapsed players, so it's easy enough to jump in. Wuthering Waves is a game that's heavily inspired by the RPGs developed by HoYoverse. It has a similar art style and gameplay loop, but it's an equally terrific open-world RPG that allows a tremendous amount of freedom when it comes to combat and exploration. Starting out, you control a character named Rover, but you're able to recruit and control a party of other allies called Resonators. You can engage in a plethora of story content, which is where Wuthering Waves really shines. In between the story content, you can explore a huge world and engage with a smooth and rewarding combat system that features plenty of abilities to use. When you finish the main game, you can enter the end game, where there are combat duels against high-level enemies and a roguelike mode, where you can gain access to all sorts of experimental builds. Inspired by a certain popular Netflix series, Crab Game is a first-person multiplayer game where you aim to be the last person standing. To accomplish that goal, you and a lobby of other players battle it out playing childhood games. The games are played in rounds, with players eliminated after each one. Eventually, the final consists of only a few players and the last one standing wins. There are massive team games, 1v1 duels, and everything in between. Some of the games include the classic glass bridge game where you have to guess which glass panel is solid, red light, green light, the floor is lava, and even hide and seek. Anything goes in Crab Game to survive, and it's one of the more enjoyable yet stressful gaming experiences on this list. Silent Paradise is a Metroidvania-inspired platformer that takes you into the depths of a submerged city. It offers 8 unique levels as well as several movement abilities that you can unlock to help you progress in those levels. Scattered around are 20 codex entries that you can find to help uncover just what happened to the submerged city. In addition to figuring out how to get through the various levels, you'll encounter some enemies who patrol specific areas, as well as 2 bosses who you need to get through to progress. The enemies aren't anything overly challenging, but they add some difficulty in between the stressful nature of platforming your way through the levels. It's a short experience, but a good one. There are plenty of free racing games on PC, but Asphalt 8 Airborne is arguably the most complete experience. Featuring both single-player and multiplayer modes, Asphalt 8 is an arcade-style racer that emphasizes adrenaline over anything else. You can unlock and use over 300 fully licensed vehicles and race on close to 75 tracks that are set in a plethora of locations. From space tracks to traditional courses, no environment is quite the same in Asphalt 8. When it comes to the racing itself, you can partake in normal races as well as over a dozen unique modes that feature different rules and mechanics. Some modes allow you to grab power-ups to use on the track, while others feature Battle Royale-style elements. If you're looking for a short, relaxing game that tests your puzzle-solving skills, it's worth your time to check out Please Touch the Artwork too. This is a game where you can click through different paintings as you try to help a skeleton get back home. All the paintings in the short game are hand-drawn and are quite beautiful to look at, and there's a calming soundtrack that makes you feel at peace in the world. Roblox allows any user to make and publish a game, but the list of games created by official Roblox developers is where gameplay is often the most polished. Usually, these types of games deliver frequent updates to players, adding new content, fixing bugs, and delivering what the player base asks for. The best aspect of Roblox is the overall freedom you immediately get to spend your time, just however you want. Whether that's playing a Call of Duty clone or going on an RPG adventure, just about anything is possible in the world of Roblox. Bloody Hell is a Metroidvania-inspired adventure game that's short and features some interesting and intense graphics. The game centers around you as an angel going through the depths of hell to kill Satan along with his minions. Bloody Hell isn't a platformer in the traditional sense, but you go from level to level killing enemies while trying to find your way to the next area. You can access a variety of combat and movement abilities to mow down the 20 different enemies and 5 bosses you'll come across. There are also secret areas in some of the levels that allow you to unlock new abilities and save baby chickens in cages. At the end of it all, you either manage to kill Satan or he kills you. And finally, after storming onto the gaming scene in December 2024, Marvel Rivals has established itself as one of the premier shooters on the market. Marvel Rivals follows in the footsteps of Overwatch in terms of cool gameplay, but adds so much more nuance with its lineup of Marvel heroes. While developer NetEase Games is adding new heroes all the time, you can already access over 30 of Marvel's most famous superheroes, all of which are available to players for free. While your team can only have 6 different heroes, some of those offer special team-up abilities that can completely change how a match is played. Marvel Rivals offers both casual and ranked playlists, plenty of challenges to complete, and frequent events to earn additional rewards. Marvel Rivals does feature a hefty amount of microtransactions, but you can freely earn currency to eventually purchase a skin for your favourite hero. So there you have it, 20 of the best free PC games for you to play. For more recommendations, make sure to subscribe to GameSpot, and thanks for watching.